Hey folks, so we got some Division gameplay. This is actually my first video capture, video game, whatever you want to call it. I've just gotten my video capture software and I wanted to test it out, and I figured why not use it on some Division gameplay. So yeah, I mean, if you guys or girls play the Division,
Look, it's just not a good time right now.
you have a very divisive opinion about it. Myself, when I bought it, I think it might have been at launch or a few weeks after. I don't know. Honestly, for some reason, time has kind of like become foggy for me in these last few months. I don't know why, but whatever. So I started playing it and I wasn't particularly impressed, to be honest. I found myself actually like falling asleep when I would play it, which is like the weirdest thing. Like, it wasn't like, this is not some asinine thing I'm trying to say. Like, I legitimately was falling asleep, and I was starting to get upset because like I was shooting people with my low-level guns and like literally like getting headshots and like emptying clips because I guess I had wandered into a zone I wasn't supposed to, but like it was frustrating me. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put this down. It's not for me. I'm gonna give up on it. And then, funny enough, I ran into one of my friends that I play Magic the Gathering with, and he was like raving about the Division, and he didn't know that I owned it or what my opinion was on it. He was just trying to explain what the Division was for me as if I was a brand new, gamer. And he had so much enthusiasm and so much like so many stories, because he would play with a few buddies and they'd go into the dark zone and grab loot, and it was like his explanation was so enthusiastic and so captivating that it made me be like, well, maybe I missed something here, maybe I gotta go back and check. And so he plays on the PlayStation 4. I bought my copy for the Xbox One. I'm actually thinking of swapping them so I can play on the PlayStation 4 with them. But for now, I'm stuck on Xbox, and none of my other friends play. So I haven't gone into the Dark Zone yet, because from what I've heard, you need a good squad in order to make it. So all this to say is that if you've tried the Division and you haven't liked it, because that was my case, I would suggest to you to actually give it another shot. Since then, even though I haven't been in the Dark Zone, I really have kind of embraced it. Like, I have fun in the game now. Like, yeah, like, it was frustrating, and I might not have, done the game service to itself. I didn't give it a chance. And it's not like me normally, but like, and again, I don't know why I was falling asleep when playing a video game. Like, after like 10 minutes, I'd be like, okay, I gotta go like do something else, and I'd wake back up. I don't know. They're just, in the early game, for me, it wasn't captivating, which is a bad thing for the game, because a lot of people might get turned off just like I did. And normally I play a game through, but like there's something about this game that just wasn't speaking to me. Anyways. So that's my story on how I got back into the Division. Alright, so we've got ourselves...
Turn out any better this week?
Honey, it's only getting worse. I just heard Bill and Sandra is sick, and no one's seen or heard from Alexis in weeks.
I never understand how they... like, I understand the game mechanic behind echoes, but it's like, there's no cameras there sometimes. It's like, how are they record everything? Like, obviously it's suspension of disbelief, but like, it's one of those things that irks me.
My office is out of something.
I know, but she didn't show up last week either.
It's too much.
Well, let's put a bullet through him. Put a bullet through that.
We're survivors.
I like the echo feature. I like looking back in time on events that you weren't there for. Like, it's pretty cool.
A great week, that's what we're here for. So come on over if you can. And
Yes. One thing though about the aesthetics is that I like the graphics, but I mean, and it's cool that there's snow and everything. It kind of like gives you that sense of abandonment. It helps, but like, I think the streets of New York would be either more populated even during an outbreak, or you would see very few fewer, sorry, people. The kind of like medium that they struck, where you have like people walking around talking to each other, mixed in with like gunfights and everything. Like I don't know. I find like they kind of struck a middle ground, which doesn't really fit with the theme. Like I always think to myself that it'd be great if you could interact more with the people that are populating the streets, because you're kind of like running by them and not doing much. And they're kind of like, then you have random people shouting at you from the windows. So I don't know. It's like, either is it populated or isn't. Like at times it seems like it's barren wasteland. Okay, is that I think there's like a raccoon at my window. Like, completely unrelated to gameplay right now. I'm hearing some scratching, but whatever. Get back to the game.
Hey Alexis, it's Brenda again.
Alexis
Still
Kwan.
haven't heard from you. It looks like this flu thing is getting kind of serious.
So,
My brother's family's leaving the city just to be on the safe side.
I mean, I guess I'll
I think I'm gonna go with
do
them.
these side missions for a bit. This is not gonna be an overly long video, and I think that when I start jumping into the Dark Zone, I'll do like Dark Zone dedicated videos, whether they'll be edited down for time, or if you guys and girls want to look at full-on gameplay, you know, at that time you'll let me know, I hope. But either way, this one here is just pretty much going to be me running around. Like I said, I'm trying to test my game capture card. I'll offer some witty, smart-ass comments from time to time as I look up this building. And I mean, yeah, so like, this is what this is. It's really it's a dry run for me. If anybody here has any suggestions on what to do in the Dark Zone, I'd love to hear, and I can apply that and maybe share those thoughts, and obviously, you know, give you guys and girls credit. See, like that guy, he's just walking through the street. Is this a joke? Like, it's an epidemic. Get inside. Why are you wandering around like meanwhile, I'm shooting these guys. These Riker bastards. Not Riker from Star Trek, though. He's a boss. He's a boss! Especially the way he sits down in chairs. Yeah, you're not taking no shit, no shit. Take some bullets. So are your buddies. Shoot him in the ass! There's a guy behind me. Good thing you suck at life. You didn't kill me. Let's take a break on this bus. Oh, now I suck at life. Yeah, just stop right in front of my bullets. Yeah, get out right when I'm shooting too. Yeah. You guys are great. No wonder you guys are in prison. My name is Prison Mike. I learned prison from the internet. Oh, I can't fight. Yeah. Talking so much smack, you got your ass killed. I can't fight so much, I'm about to throw a grenade right in my face. Right in my face. So when I go to the Dark Zone, pretty much, I get into these moods where I like to be kind of a jerk. And when there's gameplay offered where you can kind of be like the bad guy, what do you want? You want a soda? Yeah, that's going to be great for your health. Yeah, when there's the option to be a bad guy, sometimes I like to embrace my inner evil. Or, not sometimes, most of the time, to be honest with you. I'm going into a dead end, aren't I? See, that's what I get for being wanting to be a bad guy. Nope, that's what I gotta turn around. Yeah, so anyways, when I go to the Dark Zone, I might try to screw with people. I know that people don't like that. And that's not why I'm doing it. I don't want to be that. I like to be a play the antagonist, but I don't like to be an asshole. Like, you know, part of the gameplay of the Dark Zone is you have quote unquote rogue agents, guys that have gone bad, and you know, I'd just like to fill that quota, and hopefully, you know, aid in some great stories. Whether it's, you know, if I don't care, you know, maybe I die and they extract their stuff, but I put up a great fight, or maybe they're right there about to get extracted, and then I terminate their ass. But either way, like, I like gameplay that has that option, and I thought Watch Dogs, while you weren't really playing an antagonist or protagonist in the multiplayer aspect of it, I did like the 1v1 cat and mouse type thing that would pop up when you infiltrated somebody's game, and that to me was awesome. Like, I actually, like, it blew my mind, and I love that. Like, I would still hop on. I might, you know what, I might do some Watch Dogs gameplay where I'm just hopping on, depending on, who knows if it's even popular enough to reliably find games, but if it is, I will share with you guys the best hiding spots that I've ever done. Meanwhile, we found Alexis Kwan,
I know you love germs, but
or the echo of
this
Alexis
is a little
Kwan.
much, even for you. If the world ever gets back to normal, I hope you find this and know that I didn't suffer. I don't want you wondering.
So I guess,
I'll be
you know
thinking
what,
of you,
I'm gonna,
thinking about the place we spent
if
our
Alexis
first
Kwan
night
can shut
in
the fuck
city
up.
together. I can't think of any place I'd rather
Shut
be.
up.
I love
I
you.
want to get out of the city.
Always.
Yeah, well, that's nice. But I was trying to talk to my people, Alexis. To my people! Anyways, as I was saying, yeah, so my thoughts on... I was about to say Watch Dogs. What am I playing? What is this again? I had The Division. With old age. With the right old age of, like, whatever I am. Maybe I'm in my 20s. Maybe I'm in my 30s. Maybe I'm a 77-year-old man. Who knows? Anyways. I like The Division, so to go back on my previous comments where originally I didn't like it, and I've warmed up to it. I enjoy the gameplay. I think I will enjoy the Dark Zone even more. I do think that there are so many missed opportunities here. So, like, weapon customization is pretty cool. You know, the loot system is cool as well. I like that. I just find the gameplay very fetchy. So it's like, go do this, or go get this guy, go rescue these people, and go stop this guy from doing a transaction. And it's very, very repetitive. So it's like, when it comes to this linear type, not linear because you can really choose where you go, but like this progression that you have where you're doing the same stuff over and over, but like at harder difficulties, and sometimes, you know, it's just almost the exact same mission, just a bit harder. So it's like kind of boring, but like it shines when you interact with, you know, other players, or you hook up with other people to finish a mission. That's cool.
From the first time I put on a uniform, I knew I was on the path to become the man I was destined to be. I knew I had accepted a burden that was going to last a lifetime. And even when I left our country's military behind, my obligation for service remained. That obligation is one I and all the men and women of the Last Man Battalion take seriously. We will get the job done.
It's sad.
We will serve with honor and dignity, and we will, if necessary, fight to the very last man. Because that is who we are and what we do. The Last Man
Like, yeah, I find that, like,
security you can count on.
There could be more. I wish that more buildings were... Oh, I'm about to die. No. Murder one. New York City. Big Apple. Murder in the Big Apple. What the hell? So yeah, so I just find that, like, I wish that more of the buildings were open to explore, and that the buildings were more scavengeable. I find the, you know, the bag system that they have, or the treasure. Are you telling me you're just out here playing the goddamn piano? Oh my god. Oh god. Yeah, okay, that's realistic. You're just out. Oh yeah, and here you go. Take that energy bar. You lazy bum. Get out of here, you filthy animal. Can I shoot her? Yeah, no. I could shoot her, but no. So yeah, so getting back to my review, I'll wrap up my review and then kind of end this video since I'm not going to be doing any other gameplay. I'm just going to be wandering around. There's definitely room for improvement. I don't know if they plan on making a Division 2. The storyline is okay. Yeah, it's an okay story. It's, you know, predictable, but then again, you know, a lot of video game stories are. But I'm a fan of, I guess, the potential of this game, whether it's through patches or through a sequel. You know, buildings that could be better explored, either populate your world more and have more options for interactions, or take more the NPCs out of the game. Also pick a lane in terms of what you guys are. Is this a comedy? Because sometimes like you're getting these missions from like this guy I just visited, and some of the ones in some safe houses are like they're joking around. I mean, this is like a pandemic that's apparently wiped out most of the population in New York, and you're just like haha, like making these jokes. Like it's very jarring when you go to the flavor of the actual game. Like you're kind of like, why would you be making this type of joke? I mean, hey, I'm all for making jokes in bad situations and ruining the mood, but like it seems like it wants to be cute and funny at times and just isn't the place for this style of game. Whether they didn't want to take themselves too seriously or not, I don't know, but that's one thing I'm not a fan of. Other than that, I find the gameplay, like the shooting mechanics, the cover mechanics, they're done well. They could be a tad more responsive when you're turning corners. But hey, I think that's one of my minor gripes about the actual cover system. Otherwise, it's pretty good. Like it's when you want to stick to something, you stick to something. Pretty tight except for the slow turns and the cornering. But that's that. Like that's my quick thoughts. So if you've played it and you haven't picked it up since, you know, launch or whenever you got it, do yourself a favor. I'd say give yourself 10 levels, level up 10 times, and then see how you feel from there. You know, at least unlock the main base, which is I think the central library. Also play with other buddies when doing missions, or try to find other people to complete your missions with, because that's how the game's designed. It's not really designed to be played solo. Like I'm playing solo right now, and it's okay. Like I've gotten to the point where I'm actually enjoying myself. I'm enjoying myself by myself, but it's made to play with friends and other people playing the game. So find somebody to play the game with, and furthermore, just keep at it. And once you reach that level 10, then you make your decision. Thanks for watching, folks, and I would love to hear your comments about if you guys and girls like the game, or if you've played it, what your opinion was, or hey, maybe if you're on Xbox and you want to hit the dark zone with me, whether it's for good or bad, put a comment on and we'll exchange gamer tags. Alright, till next time.